Welcome back to more Mini Rogue and our third attempt playing as the Cleric, which is the last character from the Mini Rogue expansions that we haven't won a run yet with. And let's see if today might be the day. So last time we got awfully close, although I was about ready to give up on floor 3, I think. And then we somehow managed to drag ourselves down to be able to face Orc, and actually in the process we healed up quite a bit and had not really a realistic chance, but at least we made it there and survived for a few rounds of combat, but wasn't enough in the end. I think we could have only won that run if Orc really missed a lot or we just critted like crazy. But let's see if we can't make it work somehow. Would be ridiculous if we couldn't win with the character that can literally heal on every floor, or even in every area, I should say. So yeah, I'm a bit annoyed. I keep dying as the medic here. So I've already prepared everything here, set up the floor, and strategy-wise I don't really think I have much that I would do differently, because with the Witch or some of the other characters there was a bit of a strategy or choice with some of the combat skills and exploration skills, but in this case we just use it when it best suits us. We might want to save it for combat if possible, because it heals for more. But if necessary during exploration, if we get low, we should use the skill to just be safe. And obviously if we find bonfires or merchants, hermits, bonfires or hermits, we can always use it to stockpile a bit of HP. Alright, let's look under our first room here. And sweet trap to start off the run right. Wouldn't be Mini Rogue otherwise, so we don't have much of a choice. We don't start with a perception potion or anything that could help us here. Let's just see. This will set the mood for the entire run. Not a success, and that's a 3, which is acid mist, which means we lose our starting piece of armor. Great stuff. I'm about ready to restart, but no, I don't. I think it's a bit cheesy to restart the run until you get the perfect first room here. And last time when it wasn't looking so great on the third floor, we still somehow came back, at least somewhat. So should never give up on a run, I think. So let's continue here. Another trap. Or another trap. Okay. I swear I've shuffled the deck. And if I would stack the deck, I wouldn't stack it like this. Oh man, so what's the better choice here? So this trap could give us XP, but we should probably make our plans just assuming that we don't succeed on the trap. So I think I'll visit this one. And we don't have any gold either, so getting the gold wouldn't be half bad here. Didn't get anything, that's a 5, which means we lose 2 XP, which we don't have, so we lose 2 HP instead. Okay, not amazing so far. There's a monster. And there's the treasure. Now the treasure is quite tempting, because we visited a trap, 2 actually. So we would be getting 2 gold there, and then the chance at some loot. Now the monster, 6 HP, that's fine. We've lost our armor, so it'll do a bit more damage to us, and we would get the choice afterwards. I don't know. I feel like the treasure is just gonna be the 2 gold, and then I'll feel bad about this floor. Just losing armor and HP for a bit of gold. So I do want to try to start leveling early. I hope this isn't stupid. Let's see. This depends entirely on what we roll here. We miss. Okay. So the monster hits us for 2. And I should have used a combat skill, but I can do so now. So let's heal for 4 here, because you have to use those before you roll the dice, but you probably know that by now. I've played a lot of runs of this game. So 4 damage, I didn't even set the HP here. And the monster hits us again for 2. So we've taken 4 damage and healed 4. Let's see if we can finish the monster off. No, we can't. Both parties miss. Let's roll again. Ah, just enough. Okay. Whew. Yeah, well, so we didn't really gain any HP. We didn't lose any either. We gained 1 XP, so that's fine. Could have gone a bit quicker, but let's not complain. Was that worth skipping the treasure? I don't know. Especially because there's the armory, so wasn't even a bad card down here. Do we want to try our luck at the armory? Or do we want to visit the tomb? Now losing the food would be quite bad. We've had that happen to us in the past and starved as the cleric. The ghost isn't even that nasty. Oh no, I forgot we lost our armor. So usually on floor 1, if you have 1 armor, the ghost is quite good actually to fight, because it doesn't damage you unless it crits, and it gives 2 XP, which is sweet. Now without the piece of armor, 10 damage seems like a bit of a tall order, but I do still think the tomb has the nicer spread for us here and better odds at getting at least something. So that's a 2, which is a ration, and I'll gladly take that. And let's head down here, spending 1 ration, recharging our skill, and we get to look at our first boss, which is the troll. Ooh, it's a rather strong one. Pierces armor, which now is of no concern to us because we don't have any anymore, but the regeneration can be really bad, so we would like to get some more offense maybe. So maybe a level up would be best, but that's still a way off. So I think a fire or poison potion would really hit the spot here for that fight, just to speed it up and work against that regeneration that the troll has. Okay, I'll quickly shuffle and reset the area. There we are. Okay, let's see if we can't gear up for the troll a bit. Library is our first card. Let's use our exploration skill heading into there, so heal for 3, just on the off chance that we get the skill refresh there. Otherwise I'll be annoyed if I didn't use it, and that's 3 free HP, at least possibly. So let's roll for the library here. And that's a success on a 2, which that is the refresh. We could turn that into a ghost fight or the refresh. Okay. So what's worth more, the 3 HP from the skill, or possibly 4 if we use it against the troll, or 2 XP from the ghost? I'm gonna be a bit risky and fight the ghost, I think. Although 10 HP, that could take a while. But we do still have that healing potion that we started with. So I think while the XP is relatively easy to get, or while the ghost is relatively easy, let's try to use that for our advantage. Maybe we can somehow scrape together 5 XP on this floor before the troll, though I doubt it. Yeah, but let's do it. Let's fight the ghost here. Let's take a stab. So we don't have anything potion or skill wise to use. So let's just attack and roll, or roll and attack. Okay, so the ghost, I guess, kind of misses, but that's cocked, so I'll roll it again. Yeah, didn't miss again. We do crit, and I do think I will reroll this crit to try to get to 10, so we're at 6. And that's 12, and I'll stop right there. Okay, didn't get punished. one hit kill the ghost, don't get hit, and just take the 2 XP. I'm happy with that, very happy. Okay, so that's the library. Let's continue here. Fence or forge. Now the fence don't have any gold, and we could only sell our healing potion for 2 gold, which is a crap deal, so don't have anything that we would be doing at the fence. So let's visit the forge, since that isn't bad either. It's quite good actually, and fighting the ghost, as we've just seen, well, we can't rely on critting again, but I think fighting the ghost wouldn't be the end of the world. But let's try to get our piece of armor back here. And that's a success on a 4, which I think is pretty much the best roll. We could turn that into the ghost fight, but let's not. Let's take that piece of armor and the added XP. Very nice. Now the armor won't help us against the troll, but feels good getting that back after we lost it immediately at the beginning. And let's continue here. The merchant. Or the bonfire. Ooh, tempting. Now, the merchant doesn't have great offers for us either. Does give us more gold for our potion, but I think we want to keep the healing potion and we want to keep the armor. So we would be doing nothing, we'd just be visiting the merchant to have the choice here. The bonfire is great, because then we can use our skill 1 additional time, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Also get a piece of food or get some XP. Actually, if we'd fought the ghost here, we'd be at 5 XP now and would have been able to level up using the bonfire, but you never know that beforehand. Yeah, so let's visit the bonfire. We're just risking this being terrible here, but I'll do it, because just having a card that does nothing when we're trying to gear up for the boss doesn't feel great. So are we greedy and take the XP, or are we safe and take the piece of food? Don't really see the point in resting. Let's take the XP. Because we got a piece of food earlier, we're still looking good. And let's replenish our skill here. Okay, let's see if we just made a big mistake. Empty shelter, very nice. Or actually, could go either way, since we don't get any healing from it, because we're already at 10. But that could give us those missing XP to level up, which would be great. Or an offensive potion, although in that case we just take the XP. Or holy or healing potion. Wouldn't be bad either. So let's see here. Let's roll. It's another success. I've been really rolling these 6s the past few skill checks. So 5, that's a rogue's trap, which we don't want to encounter. And now again the choice. So the healing potion, I think we're able to drink our existing healing potion to take the one we're being offered here. So that would just heal us for 6 HP straight away. Now the holy potion is just good to have, but I'm tempted to fight the ghost again. Maybe I'm blinded by the fact that the fight went so smoothly earlier, but leveling up before the boss will save us a lot of heartache against those 12 HP and the regen by the troll. So I think I'll do it. I think I'll just, because our HP is still fine. We have our healing here for 4, we have our healing potion for 6, so that's another 10, and the 10 we have, so that's a lot really. Let's attack. 5, not bad. And the ghost hits us for 1. But that's a good roll to start off the fight. Let's keep attacking. Another 5. Okay, so this unreasonably lucky really. Only got hit for 1 because the ghost doesn't even get to attack again. And yeah, that's another 2 XP, putting us at level 2. Look at that, we really scraped together those 5 or even 6 XP on this floor after the first one went so badly. Yeah, we're able to fight the troll at level 2. So let's continue here. And do we want to do anything before we attack? I guess we can always use our combat skill here for 4, just to get it out of the way. And the ghost is at 12. Let's see. Nice roll, very nice roll there. Ghost will hit us for 2 because it pierces armor. Actually, I just realized we got a piece of armor before fighting the ghost. So that didn't even hit us at all. We'd be 1 HP up. I'll just give us that 1 HP because I noticed early enough. Yeah, do we try for the crit? Why not? Why not? I'm feeling good. I'm feeling lucky. So we are at 10, now at 13. 1 hit the troll. Oops. And don't even have to worry about his regeneration. Okay, so that went unreasonably well after the first floor was kinda bad. Yeah, nice turn of events for us. So we kill the troll, we gain 2 XP. We get to roll we get to roll our first reward on the boss rewards table, which will give us 2 gold and then some. So let's see here. I think anything would be good for us, really. Can't go wrong with any of that. So a 1, which is a fire potion or 2 more XP. I think you know what I will take. Though fire can really be nice to speed up a nasty fight. Now with the armor and our HP we're looking good, so we can start focusing on keeping up the momentum we just got. So keep leveling up, keep collecting those XP, and let's delve. So spend 1 food down to floor 2, refresh our skill. I'll reset the entire board and have a sip of water, and then I'll be back. And welcome to floor 2. So every monster just got stronger. Let's look under our first room here. Hermit. Strange card to start off with, because usually I like to use the tunnel ability to revisit good rooms, and can't really do that now, but we still can use our, I'll just tap the card so I don't have to flip it every time because it's kind of hard to pick up. So use our skill for 3, visit the Hermit and get back our skill here. Feels like I'm playing Magic the Gathering now. Do we want to spend XP for gold? I don't think so. Do you want to share that meal? Don't really see the point, because then we'd just be starving for 3 at the end if we don't find any food. Now usually I say you can just do it, because it's like no harm done HP wise, and if we do find food then we're glad to have the 3 extra HP. But also we'll be healing soon, so we might be capped on HP otherwise. Yeah, but I don't really want to use the 2 other options, so I'll just do it. Let's get those HP and continue. They might come in handy. The bandit. Now not having the food actually kind of hurts us here, because we can't pay the toll, though I don't think I would have paid the toll using our last piece. And the shrine. Now the shrine, usually okay, but can be really nasty if we get cursed. On the other hand, fighting the bandit and getting blinded would really suck. Can't pay the toll for the bandit because we don't have enough gold and we just spent our food. 9 HP we might be able to do using 2 dice, but still not super likely, so we'd probably get hit at least once. I think I'd rather take my chances on the shrine here, although the bandit gives 1 XP. And I will spend the 1 coin to get the better odds at the shrine. So 3 and upwards is good for us, because we get a +1 on the roll. That's a 4, which with the +1 turns into a 5. Just 1 HP we can't use, so nothing. No harm done, but nothing gained. Let's continue. The corridor or the bonfire. Ooh. Well, I think, though we haven't even used our skill since visiting the hermit, let's visit the bonfire and take that piece of food, right? This might be terrible, but I think at the moment we're looking so good on our HP and already level 2 and so on, that we can afford a nasty fight. Maybe not the deathbed, I don't know how bad it is on these early floors. For some reason it seems to get me on the later ones always. But yeah, let's do that. Let's get that piece of food so we won't be starving. And now it paid off to have used the hermit. Although actually not really, because we have our skill unused. And if we had used the tunnel area on the hermit, we'd just be at 1 extra food now and same HP. So maybe that was a bit of a wasted opportunity. There's the fence card that does nothing for us because we don't have enough gold and don't want to sell anything. So let's just continue. Spend our last piece of food. Head down, look at our next boss. The ghoul. Ugh. What's up with these armor-piercing bosses? I don't like it. Well, anyways, we have another floor to prepare for him. I'll see you then. And there we are. Let's continue onwards here. Ooh, a strong monster to start off with. Still floor 2, so that'll be the Red King. Poisons us. That's nasty. But the extra boss reward might be nice for us. Yeah, but the 4 damage poison. Oof. Well, let's just phase it. 12 HP. And for some reason this board keeps slipping. I think we just attack and see if we can't do 12 damage in 1 hit again, like we did against the troll. Not quite. So that's 8 damage, putting it at 4, and it hits us for 4, reduced by 1 because of our armor, so 3, and we get poisoned. Alright, let's roll again. Poison doesn't trigger, and we crit, which is already enough, so let's just kill the monster. Nice quick fight. Annoying we got poisoned, but that was that was very likely. I don't really think there was much of a chance of us getting around that. And we get to roll on the boss reward, so 2 gold and 1 roll. Let's maybe just hope for the 2 XP to get closer to that level 3 goal. Maybe another piece of armor, although I think against the ghoul Fire Potion wouldn't be half bad to just speed up the fight and lose as little XP as possible. So that's a 2, just a Frost Potion or 2 gold. I'll take the Frost Potion. Doesn't prevent much damage against the ghoul, but does prevent the XP loss, so might be good, but it's also great to keep, because that's worth a lot on later floors when the monsters start hitting very strongly. Okay, so the tomb or another strong monster, even stronger I guess, at least more HP and same damage, no poison. The Skull Tail Spider, but that would give us a missing piece of food. So the tomb, let's have a quick look at the ghost. Does 2 damage and drains XP. Ugh. It's not really great. Could get food at the tomb as well, and we could get a holy potion, which would allow us to cleanse that poison. Hmm. I think... Okay, so I wanna go visit the tomb, because I feel like the food, the 3 HP, not that bad, because we can heal on every floor, right? But that's kind of what I said the last times, and then we starved. Or the one before that, I think, the first run we had with the cleric. We just kept healing, and our healing kept getting cannibalized by the starvation, and then we just slowly died due to other damage. Let's fight the monster. Let's do it. I don't know if this is the correct choice, because I feel like this might easily do more damage to us. Actually, one hit of the monster does 3 damage to us, which is what we prevent by getting the food. And I do think we'll be hit at least once. So actually this, I just realized, is kind of a bad trade. It's getting that piece of food prevents 3 starvation damage. And will probably take 3 damage in the process, or at least 3 damage in the process of getting that piece of food. So I just made up my mind. Sorry. And let's visit the tomb here. It's a lot of successes and some poison damage on a 5, which will have us lose food. We can turn that into 1 XP or the ghost. Since the ghost will probably hit us at least once, draining 1 XP and then drops 2 for us, I think just taking the 1 XP here is the more sensible choice. And let's continue. Maybe we'll find food elsewhere. The crypt or the library again. Now the crypt could cleanse us, but blind us in the process. The lore card is interesting. I think I want to visit the library, because all this other stuff, there's food in the crypt, but I do want to have the choice right before the boss. And this other stuff, like the frost potion, we can't really use. The ghost fight we don't want, but the library has one as well, so it makes no difference. The glyphs are bad, the cleansing for the poison would be nice, but being blinded is annoying. The crypt is it's not that great. Let's just use our exploration skill healing for 3 and visit the library. Again, just in case we get the skill refresh. Let's roll. Didn't get poisoned, we rolled a 5, which is a secret passage. That's our first lore card. We can't do anything about it, because we didn't roll a success. So let's draw here. The Adventurer. You find a dead adventurer lying on their face. Upon closer inspection, you see a food ration stuck beneath their body. Sounds good. And a gold pouch. You then realize that the adventurer lies on a pressure plate. Looking around, you find rows upon rows of square holes on the walls. It's a trap. Okay, so we can either take the gold, 2 gold, take the food, 1 piece of food, or if we were a thief or rogue, somehow skill check to get the armor. But let's just take the piece of food. It's exactly what we needed, as ordered, and that's the library dealt with. Let's continue here. Trap or trap. Okay. Really happy I left myself the choice here before the boss to be able to choose between 2 traps. Which do we want to visit? Now the chance of failure or success are the same on both traps, but the rewards are different. So this one gives XP, would blind us if we fail. This one gives a bunch of stuff, but actually losing the food would suck. Losing the armor would suck. Yeah, the HP and poison aren't that bad. But being blinded is so bad, because you just keep running into stuff. I think I'll take my chances with this one. Just because I really don't want to be blinded early in the run here. Would be another story if we had a holy potion. Ooh, that's not a success. but that's the lowest option, so not half bad. We lose 2 HP. XP would be terrible. And that's it, because we're already poisoned. Yeah, could have gone way worse, but not great, obviously. Okay, let's fight the ghoul. Didn't manage to get a fire potion, but we do have the frost to essentially gain 1 free attack without the XP drain, and I think I'll use it against the ghoul, because right now every point of XP is worth a lot for us, because we're still trying to get to level 3 as quickly as possible. So let's attack here. Ghoul is at 16. No poison for us. The ghoul crits. We roll terribly. Now the ghoul critting doesn't make a difference because it penetrates armor anyways. Let's just use our frost potion. Feels kind of bad to use the frost potion to prevent 1 damage and then not even hit back as hard. Ghoul goes down to 14. Or do we want to do a feat on one of the dice? Would be for HP though. Okay, I'll be a bit risky here. I'll spend 2 HP just to reroll the axe to get a little more from a frost potion here. So I already did the 2 damage, shouldn't forget that. Okay, yeah. Alright. I'll take a hint and just continue. Nice. Down to 14, let's see. Can we do 14 in one go? I'm doubtful. Yeah, ghoul crits again, at least the poison doesn't trigger. So hits us for, actually hits us for 2, because I'm fighting the wrong ghoul. I'm fighting the level 1 ghoul, what's up? Okay, so the ghoul is actually at 18, and it now hits us for 2. Well, it just got worse, and drains 1 XP. And now we do 5 damage to it, putting it at 13. Alright. Oh, the ghoul is tanky. I keep forgetting. And let's roll again. Where are our crits from earlier? Seems like the ghoul got them all. I think it rolled 3 crits in a row. Okay, so we take another 2 damage, losing another XP. And we do 6, putting the ghoul at 7. And we do 7 damage, we take 1 poison damage, but we do 7 exactly, killing the ghoul. So we lost 2 XP in the fight, and we gain 4 back. So a net gain of 2, which isn't that great for a boss fight, but at least it's over. And we roll on the rewards table. 2 gold, and it's a 1. Fire potion or 2 XP. I know I kept talking about the fire potion earlier, but let's take the 2 XP, because we're getting close to level 3, and also compensates for us losing 2 against the ghoul. I think all in all this was a fine floor. We still have our healing potion. Took a bit of damage, have to say. The ghoul fight could have gone a little faster for my taste, but all in all this is still completely fine. So I'll reset the area and let's keep going. And I just realized I did not delve yet. So we move down, we spend our food, we refresh our skill, and we get rid of the ghoul. And now we're ready to look under our first room. Right? We're not blinded. Right. Ooh, that's spider again, although now it's bloodhound. 20 HP, do 5 damage, 3 gold. It's just kind of bad all around. High HP, high damage, and kind of middling rewards. But I think we'll just have to face them. We don't have much of an option. 20 is a lot. Let's roll here. Let's actually use our combat skill first. Healing for 4. And roll now. No poison. 8 damage. Which is good. And we take 5, which is actually 4, because we've got that piece of armor. And let's keep rolling. Another 8 damage, and they miss, and no poison. Okay, this just got very successful for us. And let's try to kill them. Oop, yeah, that definitely kills them. We take 1 poison in the process, but only got hit once, which is nice. 3 gold. Wouldn't have liked spending like 8 HP just to get 3 gold. Yeah, that would have sucked. So very nice we got that miss by them there. Let's continue. Shrine, or the other strong monster again, which now does 5 damage, piercing armor. Let's visit the shrine. I think that's the right choice anyways, because we are poisoned. So we'll roll. Actually, this is not a skill check, it's just the dungeon die, so we don't even have to roll our poison, I think. And I spent the 1 gold, so we get +1 on the roll. Let's hope for a cleanse. 3, which turns into a 4. Perfect. 2 HP and a cleanse, getting rid of the poison. Just what we needed. I think we're back on track. The poison was starting to annoy me. So what do we want to see? We want XP to get to level 3 and food. Alright. Let's look under the next card here. Oops, messing everything up. There's the secret passage, which is tempting. And there's the mimic, which is kind of tempting. What's the ghost like on this area? Or floor, I should say. It blinds us. Gives good XP, but yeah. I think we'll visit the secret passage, just have the choice here. The mimic isn't too great actually. Sometimes it just gives 1 or 2 gold, which is a bit of a slap in the face. So I think let's visit the secret passage and hope for a good lore card. The Long Stretch. Oh, I think that's that's the new lore card from I seem to remember that name, from one of the promo packs. You step into a long corridor, the walls far enough from your shoulders but still oppressing. You can't quite make out the exit of the corridor, as it looks like some light fog is occluding your sight. Slowly you make your way through like a beggar looking for loose change under a tavern's table. As the exit draws near and clear, an uneasy shiver runs down your spine as you feel, more than hear, a slithering so deep that it must be of something gigantic moving behind you. You turn around. What can a simple mortal do against that? Blind the creature. You throw a potion in its face, so we can just lose our healing potion. Stand our ground, which would have us fight a random unused boss. Or run to the exit, which might have us just escape, doing nothing. But if we fail the skill check, we have to fight the boss and we take 3 damage. And yeah, okay, so that works with that new boss. So we prefer the Creeping Death if the Creeping Death is available. I'm really tempted to fight the boss, just because it seems fun, but that's an unnecessary risk. We do still have the healing potion and we want XP. And I guess that boss would be a level 3 boss, because we are on floor 3. At least that's what I assume. So, yeah. Do we do it? Just to guarantee fighting the Creeping Death on this run? Because either we'll fight it now, or if it's not available, that means it's under here. Which gives us a bit of information about the final boss as well. Yeah, let's do it. Let's try it. So, an unused boss. I'll have to get out the... So this is the 2 we've already fought, and I've got in the box somewhere. Here are all of the other boss cards. And so I guess we have to look under there to see if the Creeping Death is available, and if not, we just shuffle and take a random one. It's not. Okay. So this is by chance we seem to have the Creeping Death under here, which I've never fought it and I don't remember. I think it like poisons and curses you or something, but I don't really remember the stats, but that means we have to just fight a random one from these. Let's do that. Just shuffle up the cards and turn one over. This one, the Cursed Dragon. Okay, I guess I'll put the Cursed Dragon there. And we just fight it. So it's got 20 HP, which is not new for us, because the normal monster had 20 there. But it does 6 damage. Okay, so I forgot that those bosses hit hard and we don't have a frost potion. Okay, maybe regretting my choice here, but this seemed like a fun lore card option. Maybe not the optimal play. Probably could have just dumped the healing potion. Let's see. So 20 HP, do we have anything to use against it? Not really, we just have our dice here. Huh, yeah. Let's try to just roll amazing results and not get killed by the dragon. That's mixed, because the dragon crits us. So we do 8 damage, putting it at 12. It does 6 to us, because it crits, putting us at 5 and cursing us, and now suddenly we can't get hit again. Oh, but we do still have the healing potion, but still, it's a lot of damage. I forgot, level 3. Wow. Not a crit because of our curse, and the dragon hits us again. Do we do a feat? Now, if we use the healing potion, we'll be at 11, which means we can take another normal hit after this one. And if we do a feat for HP, that means we'll have less HP. We'll be at 9 and only can get hit this once. So I think it'd be foolish to do a feat here for HP. We might have to do one for XP. Yeah, let's do it just to speed up the fight a little bit. Okay, so at least that's a good roll. The curse still sucks, but so this is a 4 and this is a 5, so 9. Putting the dragon at 3. We'll use our healing potion. It does 5 to us, because it didn't crit. So we'll be left at 6 from the healing potion. Oh, this is nasty. And let's roll again. Ooh, bad rolls. Bad rolls all around. Really bad rolls. Because the curse triggered as well. And so this isn't even enough damage to kill the dragon. Could just take the hit and roll again. Or spend another XP to have a shot at killing it now. Let's do that. One more feat here. Oof, that hurts. That really hurts. I want to stay at 14 XP, so we are at least level 3 after the fight. But that happened twice now this run, that we used a feat to turn an X into an X. Okay, so dragon does 5 to us, putting us at 1. And we do 1 measly damage. Okay, so now we have to roll at least 2 damage. Otherwise we're screwed. Yeah, that roll could have come way earlier for my taste. Always at the end. Well, anyways, we do 9 damage. Dragon doesn't hit us anymore. Whew! Survived with 1 HP and we were cursed. So I think it's safe to say I picked the wrong choice there, just because it seemed fun to fight the boss and I was intrigued by the Creeping Death. But yeah, we know we're gonna fight it later if we make it that far. I feel kind of stupid now. I kind of got sucked into the allure of the lore cards, but it's still fun. at least like lore and story wise. So we were surprised by this dragon lurking in a dark corridor, whatever it was doing there. What is very fun gameplay wise is we do level up to level 3. We do get to roll on the rewards card, but we are at 1 HP and we don't even have a healing skill anymore, so this is bad. Okay, so we do get the 2 gold, and let's roll a 5, which is a holy potion, or 2 gold. Let's take the holy potion so we can get rid of the curse at least. Not half bad. Some kind of trader would be great, like a, what's it called, a merchant, and the other one is it like the hunter or something that sells the food and so on? Because I just realized we'll starve at the end of the floor if we don't heal up enough or find food. So we have 1 shot here, and that's a trap, and that's the corridor. So the trap won't save us, and the corridor could. So I guess it all comes down to finding a piece of food in the corridor here. At least it seems like that. And that's a success on a 4. And that actually is a success, because I didn't even realize I was still rolling the curse. I should have definitely used the holy potion there. But didn't get punished because we just rolled a natural 4. 1 piece of food. Never even close. Never a doubt in my mind. Let's go on to the last room here. Spend the food, refresh our skill, delve down. Yeah, well, let's try to come back from 1 HP. At least we have a heal back here. And the reason I'm not using the holy potion is I want to save it until we have to use it for a skill check, which would have been right there, but then I forgot. Yeah, so I'll quickly reset the area here and let's continue. I think no matter what the first room is, we're going to be using our exploration skill to heal up, but we are still allowed to look first. So alcove, not bad. Yeah, let's use our skill here for 3 and visit the alcove. And do we... So interesting conundrum here. We might be able to get rid of the curse with the alcove without using a holy potion. But on the other hand, with being cursed, we have a worse chance of actually getting anything from the alcove. So I think I just stop trying to be cute and just use the holy potion, get rid of the curse, and if we get anything from the alcove, that's just a bonus. And we do on a 3, which is an antidote, or actually a century-old port, but it works as an antidote against poison. I'll have that, gladly. And let's continue here. The wolf would just about kill us, or the sentinel, which could easily kill us as well. Not great. Okay, so the wolf will just do 3 damage to us, and that's it. Because we don't have any food to offer it. But the sentinel, 16 HP, and it 1 hit kills us, so we would have to do 16 damage in 1 round, which is possible but unlikely, and or it would have to miss. I think, as bad as it feels, you know, I mean, this already feels like I was super stupid to just fight that boss, especially because it was on level 3. I'll have to remember that, to never do that again. I feel like I squandered a run that was looking kind of good, but I think we're in such dire straits that it would be probably lethal to fight the sentinel, so we'll just voluntarily take 3 damage from the wolf. We do still have to find that piece of food and have to heal up. Ooh, and the bandit. And the monster, okay, so everything's full of monsters. I was really hoping for a merchant, because ever since we actually got some gold, we've not seen any merchants anymore, as it usually is the case. And maybe an empty shelter. Empty shelter would have been amazing for us. Just healing up to 10. Okay, so which monster is worse? The bloodhounds kill us instantly. Or actually, we can pay the bandit. I just realized we can pay the bandit. We might be able to kill the bandit actually, but let's not be greedy. Let's just go here and pay 6 for the bandit. So this is kind of like a downward spiral. We're in such bad shape that we have to give away more money and more HP here because we don't have any food. If we'd had one piece of food, we could have given it to the wolf and then gotten it back via the exploration ability. And if we were in a bit better shape, we wouldn't have to give up our money and might just be able to fight the bandit. Yeah, but that's kind of like we've maybe crossed a tipping point where now it's downhill. Let's see what follows. Oh, there's the hunter. Oh, that's perfect. I think we don't have much money because of the bandit, but that might save us. Yeah, we'll have to visit the hunter here. Do we sell our piece of armor to get some HP? I think we might have to. So food costs 3 here because it's the 3rd floor, so we have to pay 3 gold for 1 piece of food just so we don't starve. But I think I will, though it hurts me to do it, sell that piece of armor for 4 gold and spend 3 of those just to gain another 4 HP. And can't really do much with the remaining coin. Okay, that's at least a little breather. Let's continue here. We get back our skill. We move down, we spend our food, and let's have a look at the creeping death. Okay, yeah. So big monster with a lot of HP, does very little damage, but gives all of the afflictions. But I guess if you have a piece of armor, or actually 2 pieces of armor, it's just completely innocuous. Well, I don't know, it doesn't seem terrible, though 30 HP is a tall order. But if we manage to make it there, I'm curious to see how that fight goes. Yeah, I'll quickly reset the area. And there we are. I've just had a closer look at the creeping death while shuffling the cards and so on. And I don't know, I might eat my words, but it doesn't seem terrible. Because the dragon was so bad because it did 6 damage. And that had 20 HP. And the creeping death only does 2 damage, but it's not like it has 3 times the HP, so 60, it just has 30. So the fight shouldn't be that much longer. And the dragon cursed us as well. The poison is an added factor here that I've not considered, but seems like the sort of expected amount of damage during the fight is less here for the creeping death than it was for the dragon. Although having both of those afflictions after the fight is quite annoying. Well, let's look under our first room here. That's a monster. Oh, 8 damage monster. I hate that. I hate these. Oh no, wait, it isn't. Okay. I was about to go off there. We are still on floor 3, so 6 damage only, but still can't take a hit from that. So let's not use our exploration actually. We can use it in combat for 1 extra HP. Let's fight the monster. It has 12. And we use our miracle for 4. Could really use a miracle right now. So let's see if the cleric can make a miracle happen here. Roll. And the monster crits us, but doesn't matter because we have no armor. So that's 8 damage. We would need 4 more to get to 12. Is it worth doing a feat using XP? This is risky, because if we roll at least a 4, we don't get hit at all, and that would be great value. Actually, if we do a feat, leveling down, doing it, do we lose the die immediately? I would assume we keep the dice we rolled when doing the attack. And then if we are level 2 next round, we'd only roll 2 dice. I'm assuming that's how it works. Yeah, I don't really want to go through the rules right now, because I wouldn't really know where to look actually. Because that's a bit of a rare case to be leveling down in combat, doing a feat. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So if we manage to do it, it's great. If we don't roll at least the 4, we kind of are stuck at level 2 for the next round of the fight. But let's do it. I'll be risky here. To prevent those 6 damage possibly. It's a 50-50 shot, so at least a 4, 5 or 6 would be good. Hey, we did it. So 13, taking out the 12 HP monster with 1 hit. Didn't get hit ourselves. 2 XP back, so we are back up to level 3. I hope this was correct rules wise, but to me it would seem like you roll the amount of dice you have when doing the attack, and the whole feat stuff, that's a bad way to phrase it, not feat stuff, the whole doing feat is just on those dice you rolled, and the next round we would have only rolled 2 if that wouldn't have been a success. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'll continue and be glad the monster let us go. Shrine or damp cave? It'll have to be the damp cave, because we can get food there, and the shrine isn't so necessary right now for us because we're not afflicted. So let's do it. Good chances of a success at level 3. No success, and we're fighting the ghost. Okay, kinda rude. And the ghost blinds us and does 3 damage. Not great. Okay, so 14 HP. Let's see if we can roll 14 in one roll. Unlikely. Don't want to get blinded. Yeah, that's not 14. Certainly not. Do we do feats here? We'd have to do 9 with 2 dice, which is possible, but yeah, I don't think this roll has it or has what it takes. So let's just actually we can do 1 feat because it doesn't cost us the level, so let's just do it to know where we stand. Yeah, so that's not great. We do 7 damage, putting the ghost at 7, and the ghost does 3 to us, blinding us. Hate that. I just wanted to get a piece of food and now I'm blinded. Okay, let's continue rolling. Let's hope we do at least 7 here. Yeah, so that's 12, and that's the ghost done for. We gain 3 XP. Really don't like that I have to keep doing these feats, because I do want to get to those 23 XP to start healing from XP gain, because that would make those fights a little nicer for us to heal some HP afterwards. But right now we have different worries, which is that we are blinded and we still don't have any food. So let's go to the middle just in case we cure our blindness. We then have the choice afterwards. Let's see. Oh, another monster. They are everywhere today. That's the Bloodhounds again, 20. And they do so much damage. Oh my god. Okay. This might really be it for us. Let's see, because we can only get hit once here. Okay, mixed bag. Let's do 1 feed on this X. Alright, third time this run. 10 damage, we have to risk it with the crit here. Okay. What's that? 16 damage. I think we have to risk it again to try to get to 20. Oh, god damn it. Okay, shouldn't have gotten greedy, but we're so low we have to kind of try for high rolls. Otherwise, if we just play it safe, I think we'll just slowly die. So let's do a feed on that X, because we didn't actually do a feed on that dice yet. It was just the crits. Yeah, okay, so 7 damage. That's bad. Could have just taken the 16 we had. And we get hit for 5, which leaves us at 1 again. But as we know, the only point of HP that matters is the last one. And all the other ones are a resource. So let's keep fighting here. Mixed again. 8 damage is not enough, so that would mean we die. So we have to do a feat here and hope for at least a 5. Ugh. Unlikely, but possible. Not a 5. Okay, so what else do we do? I think we die, or we do one more feat on this die here, hoping for at least a 5. This is getting worse and worse. We can do one more feat. Again, I'm going by the logic that we keep the dice when leveling down and then just roll less next round. Don't even know if that's correct. Do one more feat on this one to pray for a big crit. Nope, stayed a 5. I think that just sealed our fate. So we do 10 damage and the Bloodhounds kill us. Oh, got really exciting there at the end. And again, didn't fight the Creeping Death. I think in the first run we saw the Creeping Death as well and died before we could fight it. Maybe it's a bad omen. Yeah, so fighting the Cursed Dragon there on that lore card, stupid decision, I think. Can be said. We'll never be doing that again. Except maybe on floor 1 if we're like looking at amazing and just wanna get ahead by fighting a boss, but that'll have to be special circumstances. So definitely wrong decision there. Kind of feel like I threw away a decent run. But also we really managed to rebuild in the middle. Like we got back up to like 8 HP and got to level 3 and so on. Yeah, but the blindness is just... I hate blindness. Just run into big monsters. Like we would have had the choice to go... Okay, never mind. Another big monster. Okay, I guess it was meant to be. Yeah, the dungeon was just especially crowded today. A lot of monsters on all the floors. Okay, frustrating way to end another run with the priest. I feel kind of bad for throwing that one away, because I do want to finish the series and finally get a run with every character. But as I said, this reminds me of the wizard for the base game characters, where I felt like the wizard is kind of strong and should be easy, and then took like 3 or 4 attempts even, I think. Yeah. Or was that the witch? No, I think the wizard is the one I'm thinking about. Yeah. Anyways, close one. That big crit that turned into an X at the end. Ugh. That might haunt my dreams tonight. Well, anyways, I hope you had a good time. I certainly did. And I'll be back playing more Mini Rogue soon. At some point we'll have to get a win with the cleric. Though by now I feel like he's not as strong as I thought he was. But that might also just be operator error, unnecessary risks and so on. Yeah, I'll stop rambling here. Have a nice day, bye bye.